Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me today. We are using the August Faith Art Box from Creative Retreat Kits, and the theme of this kit is Child of God. The inspiration for this kit was the Matthew West song, Hello, My Name Is, and I will link that up in the top right hand corner and also in the description box. Yes, you can see that I did write this devotional content. Here are the cardstock stickers. I love these colors. They're beautiful. The alpha tiles. And then I just wanted to share with you the May and the February alpha stickers. The colors work really nicely. So if you have those, pull those out and then just use them. A lot of times the colors will coordinate throughout the months. So the devotional takes you through some various verses, specifically 1 John 3:1, and there's some good reflection questions for you to ponder. We're going to be working here in my Bible, 1 John 3:1, and I'm really focusing on the word in this entry, lavished. See what love the Father has lavished on us. The colors I'm using for this entry are the Creative Retreat ink, Cloudy Coral, and then a couple of Distress inks, Broken China, and Faded Jeans. Now, if this is the first time that you're using a stamp, it's a good idea to just rub it on your hand first, and it helps it to stamp better. What I'm doing here is creating a mask. So I'm using both the florals, and I'm putting it onto a sticky note. And just for time's sake, I went ahead and cut some out, but I just wanted to show you. Put it on a sticky note, and you'll see why. Cut them out, and then that's what we're going to be using to create a mask. I am prepping my page this time. I don't always do it, but I just decided to do it this time. I'm using some Art Basics clear gesso, and I'm doing 2 different coats. I dry them between, and I'm just showing you the one. I edit out the second coat, but just so you're aware of that, I do 2 coats of the gesso. This is it's kind of like a primer for your paint if you're painting. So it provides a barrier between the page and then what you're doing. So it actually does make your page stronger and thicker, so that's a good thing. And then you don't get bleed through as well, which this chalk ink pad does bleed through pretty bad. So what I'm starting with now is I'm just stamping with this coral color with the flower that has the leaves on both sides, and I'm doing random stamping here just in the margin. I'm keeping everything in the margin here. Now notice I turn the stamp every time I use it. I don't want any of my images to be going the same direction. I want it completely random. Now I switch to the smaller flower that has just the leaves going the one direction. And again, I'm switching the direction every time I stamp it. And that just makes it look really random, and it's more eye-pleasing that way. And I'm going for a collage effect. I'm teaching you something here, well, in case you don't know it already, but we're doing a collage. And then I pick up the stamps. There's 2 separate ones here, and it says, I am loved. The I am is the prompt, and then there are several words that you can add to it. So I am loved, and I stamp that. So now here's where we're using our masks. I'm using a craft sponge that I cut in quarters, and then I put the mask over the florals, and I sponge around them. And every time I move to a new section, I move those masks because I want the florals completely masked. I don't want the sponged color to get inside of that flower. So you can see as I'm doing that what it looks like. It just really highlights the flower. So I'm using my 3 colors, and I am sponging around it. I start with the darker blue, then I go to the coral, now I move to the lighter blue. I'm kind of blending the colors as I move along so that as the 2 colors meet, I blend them. This is a messy process with your fingers because you have to hold the masks in place, but it's worth it. I love this effect. You can just see how those flowers, they're highlighted, they're vibrant, and they don't blend in. Now, if you wanted to blend them in with the sponge, you could do that, but I wanted to keep them clean and not sponged. So it just makes that, I just think that's a really pretty effect. You can see there's no bleed through on the back of that page because I prepped it. Okay, so that's my background. Now I'm highlighting the verse. Again, this is 1 John 3, verse 1. Now over in my blog post, which I have linked, I talk extensively about this journal entry and my thoughts behind it. So I encourage you to go check that out. I do a word study on the word lavished. And so what I'm stamping here, well actually I'm using just the cardstock stickers. I put here, my name is Child of God and I am loved lavishly. I really focus on the meaning of the word lavish and what that means, both just its definition, but what it means biblically here. I do an exegetical study. What that means is I look at the verb tense and the tense that in the Greek, and I really study that, and it's fascinating what it means biblically to us, what it means for us as children of God. So I encourage you to check that out. Here on screen, I am using the banner. I'm stamping I am loved. And again, I'm just using the cardstock stickers here. I'm adjusting the stickers a bit. Because I use the gesso, it gives me some flexibility and a lot of give here because the stickers, you can move them around a little bit better and it won't tear your page when you use the gesso. They will stay, they will adhere, but you have some flex time. So I do press them down a little bit harder once I have them exactly where I want them. So I'm just fussing around with where my sticker placement's going to be. I add some of the hearts and the little cross. I love all these stickers. They're so much fun. This was a pretty easy process. You can see that I'm alternating between the blues, the pinks, the light blues, the darker blues. The bow that I finally add here brings all these colors together. I'm using the devotional backing to cut a tab with my We Are Memory Keepers tab punch. And I add that up top. And then this washi tape is from the Creative Retreat shop. It's called the Rose Gold Wood Grain, and I just love this. It's so pretty, and the colors, they're kind of rose sometimes, they're kind of gold sometimes, and it's just really nice. So, here's one advantage of using the gesso. Lots of times if you're not prepping your page, you need washi tape to support the bow clip, but the gesso adds some strength and stability to the page, so you don't always have to have the washi tape underneath your bow. So I'm outlining my elements just to make them pop off the page a bit more, and I get a little crazy with this heart right here, the top pink heart, so I come back in and try to cover it up with the white gel pen, and so then I just add some detailing to all the rest of them just to make it a little bit more uniform. I'm going to do some journaling off screen after I do my date stamp, and you'll see that in the close-up shots, and I really just focus in on that word lavished and what that means. So in the comments section in the description box, I've linked the Faith Art Box, I've linked the blog posts, and I've also linked all the products that I've used, so make sure to check them out. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section and I will certainly check those and get back to you. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if it inspired you, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Until next time, God bless. Bye-bye.